And we're back in the game with some more Call of Warhammer, beginning of the end times, playing as the High Elves, where we have finally started pushing into the Chaos territory, the homeland of Chaos. We just have a few more settlements to go. How are we doing on our victory conditions? We've got 44 regions. We are in fact just going to try and capture, I believe it was 50 regions for the short campaign victory objectives. But we also need to wipe out the Chaos factions. We've wiped out the Dark Elves. Slaanesh is down to one settlement. I believe they hold Middenheim. We've seen a lot of Nurgle, and we've seen the borders of Tzeentch. As far as Khorne goes, that would be them right up here, but we haven't actually encountered any of them. So we probably need to get a spy or two to head on over here in the mini-map in the bottom left corner and scout out the territory, see who's still standing. We do in fact have a spy here. The money's getting a bit tight, but we are going to be capturing Erengrad, which has a decent sized population. And it probably has a good trade port there. Hopefully we can use it. We'll be able to push out with these armies, blocking off the bridges and the river crossings, the fords, stop any hostile factions from coming on in. Right, we've got an army here to stop any night goblins from coming in, and we've just recently sacked Bloodfire Hall, and the army that sacked that is now heading up to Putrid Hill. Now, we've got a ship blockading here, a ship blockading there, and I'm pretty certain we're building up another invasion force over here. Got a general coming down. It's probably an intern, so let's go and hit the intern button. Our spy has been kicked out of the Weeping Monolith, and there's a witch hanging around outside the Weeping Monolith. I believe that settlement gets a AI spawned garrison, usually a very powerful one. So, as there's not really any major forces in that settlement, I think we'll just bypass it at the moment. We've got a new candidate for adoption, Galoran Flameleaf. Let's see where he shows up in Tor Anrock, back on Elfborn. Zoom out. Should be over there somewhere, I think. Yes, there it is. And he actually took over leadership of the settlement. I think we'll send him up here. War declared, dwarves and vampire counts. Yes, we've had poor relations with everyone, basically, since the beginning of the campaign. We've got an army down here that's on rebel cleanup duty. An army up here. We're just going around looking for any rebels that we need to kill off. And indeed, there's a fairly powerful rebel force that's just popped up. We may or may not deal with them in person. We do have a force on here. Right, recruitment. We got another unit of wizards in the Tower of Hoeth. Money is fairly okay. we're going to send you to here. And that's our dragon unit.
The darkness shall not prevail.
We can get some more wizards here, and I think we shall. You're coming up here for garrison duty.
For the glory of Ulthuan.
And same for you.
Moving on at once.
We're still recruiting from back here.
King commands and we shall fulfill your plan. The citizens of Ulthuan stand ready. If it pleases you, Commander. No evil. We shall fulfill your plan. We will
Right.
move on immediately, Commander.
Oh yes. A couple of units there. Should be able to auto-resolve that down.
Our resolve shall not break.
And man of the hour, so you've been adopted into the family.
It has been 4,000 years.
Go and build some more watchtowers. They'll come in useful. You were going to go and lead the army on that ship, I believe.
The Phoenix King commands and we obey.
And you even have chariots. Sweet.
Your success is assured, Commander. Our task is clear. Our resolve shall not break. If it pleases you, Commander. The fight is
Now that's actually too many men, but that's okay.
The strength of Ulthuan is in us.
Right.
I am no longer needed here. Moving on at once. We shall be watchful. All for my people. We shall fulfill your plan. The Phoenix King commands and we obey.
Let's send a couple of these generals back over here. Build up another army. Got two here.
The horror of war is the burden. We will rid this battlefield of the foe. We will prevail, Commander.
Right, let's check out construction. Got a fair bit of construction done. There's a lot of corruption up there.
The blood of Calador flows in my veins. The right position is everything.
We're going to use up all of our money, I think. What's your corruption like? 926. Yeet. And corruption over here. That's very high as well. Frost, we are trying to fix your corruption, which is also starting to get out of hand. Yeah, so much corruption in all of these outer territories. Alright. Same here. And let's start moving our armies now. Now we've actually got a Nurgle general who's following up behind us. We may have to deal with him. Right, come on down to Urslo.
Remember the glories of Anlek. In shadow we fell, in shadow we survived.
Right. Ah, big birds. The Tzeentch Lord of Change. They're a very difficult unit to deal with. At least for the High Elves. Now, what's happened here? Is there a family member? No, there's not. Which is good. That may become a rebel settlement. Ah, they just got a garrison in there. That's actually a tough garrison. So, do we have any more troops that we can spare? That's good, we can get those in there. Let's send them over here and put them under the command of a general. And we did have that force that was coming up as well. We'll just stand you there. One more turn, and Erengrad will be ours. Now, what are these Night Goblins going to do? Are they going to try and break through, or try and go after Zoishenk again? We shall see. In the meantime, we shall recruit as much as possible. Anywhere there's recruitment, let's do it. And there's very little at the moment. Really, none in here. So we're going to get to see our wizards in action very soon. It would be good to use them against these trolls, because trolls don't like fire. We can get a lot of units from back here now. You can get some upgrades. And our money is getting very low. Very, very low. But we can get some more chariots back here. Is that going to be the first unit of Dragon Princess we have, or the second? I thought we already had one. No, because we spent like 7,500 recruiting those two units. You see how expensive our High Elf units are? Ooh.
We fight for the survival of the world. We shall fulfill your plan.
Right, we're probably going to have to stop recruiting pretty soon. We did just put in another unit of High Elf Wizards. Anyone who's ready to go next turn will stick on this ship. So, you're actually blocking our trade by a couple of thousand.
My destiny lies. Have you need of anything? No shadow will prevail while
So let's go and kill them. I know what's going to be in that army. Blood Crushers of Khorne and the infantry variant. Bloodletters of Khorne. Blood Crushers. Because I've fought against these many, many times.
my blade will cut them all down.
And there's some lizard men. Now, I have said that I'm going to try and do every campaign, or a campaign with every faction. And I've tried to play as the lizard men so many times, and I've been wiped out as the lizard men so many times. They're just a really hard faction to play as far as myself goes. rather similar to the Wood Elves, who I've also tried to play as many times and been beaten soundly. Not by any other faction, usually by the rebels. But I shall endeavour to do a campaign as the Lizard Men. It will probably be a very short campaign, and I shall probably lose it. But at least you'll get to see me lose. Right, let's speed this up. They're going for some high ground over there. We haven't killed too many. We've got a fair amount of ammunition. Actually, our archers are usually pretty good against the blood crushers. Yeah, see, the blood crushers, which are a very heavy cavalry unit, go down pretty quickly to our Illyrian Reavers. Let's go in for a charge. There goes the enemy general. Let's use our archers against this unit. Get our generals back out. They did quite a bit of damage. We'll send them in for another charge. Let our spearmen take the brunt of the fighting. You shouldn't even be in melee. You should be running away. There's only a few left there. They've gone. Got some ammunition still left. Our archers have a lot of ammunition. Take you off of skirmish mode. I know it looks a little boring, but you really do have to fight these ones manually, as any order resolve against a force like this will give you some terrible losses. I'm sure these bloodletters have a terror trait. Luckily we have two generals with us. I'm going to lose about half that unit. And down to one man. Or one monster. And there he goes. Right. It's like shooting goblins in a gorge, so says an Imperial marksman. Right. I haven't shot any goblins in a gorge lately, but I'll take your word on it.
The foe are outclassed and broken.
So we'll send you in there for some retraining. Retrain what you can. You can't retrain the cavalry there, or the Lothran Sea Guard. Almost 22,000 that we're losing.
I am eager to assist.
Yeah, we were going to try and see what happened to Talabecland. Yeah, vampires got them. Those blasted vampires. Alright. So that was all that we had to do, wasn't it? Yeah, I think so. You're coming down here to deal with these. Yep. Fairly certain that was everything. End the turn. Right. Ah, they've got 4 units of pox maggots. Ooh, that's bad. Including a family member. Heavy infantry, not cav. Marauder horsemen are dangerous. They have a javelin. Missile attack of 12. And they have pretty good range on that as well. And the Huskars also have very long range javelins. We're in trouble against 4 units of pox maggots. Wow. Vangerstur is the family member inside the settlement. Well, I'm gonna try and fight it. Pox maggots can be slow for most of the battle when they're approaching your lines. Once they get close, they can really speed up and basically plow through anything you've got. What could slow them down is these trees. In that case, let's put our spear line up here, the edge of the trees. It does mean that we'll be shooting into the trees. We do have a second row of Lothran Sea Guard. Let's take you off fire at will for a moment. Only 2 dedicated archer units. Fair amount of horse archers. We'll put them over there. And we do have our shot cav. And let's get into the battle. They've got their general coming in close by. We could try to target him. I didn't check, but let's see. Is he a cavalry unit? No, he's an infantry unit as well. Our cavalry is going to be of very little use against pox maggots. They have very high mass. Hitting them with artillery is usually pretty effective, and of course wizards. And that's actually 2 units there, isn't it? Yeah. You can see the blood on their fur. Or at least I think it's blood. Don't waste your ammunition on the Chaos Marauders. use it only for the Pox Maggoths. There's their general. We may not even kill any of these. It's getting very dark. That's one of the features I like of Medieval 2. The actual lighting during the battle will change, depending if you're near sunset or, I guess, sunrise. Oh, here come their Marauder Horsemen. Let's change targets. Marauders, Marauder Desolators. See, they really don't have anyone I want to kill off. That's their other general, right? There he is. Let's put them all back onto fire at will. You're probably getting shot by Marauder Horseman. Ooh, there's the Huskarls. They're also a good target. Yeah, we haven't killed any Pox Maggoths yet, I don't think. Well, we killed 15%. Can't complain about that. Huskarls. After they get rid of their javelins, they're a heavy infantry unit. They don't usually break that quickly either. They can hang in there for quite some time. Right, there is a unit heading towards our lines. Let's see who it is. Marauder Horseman. Right, don't waste your ammunition. Only one of you needs to be firing. They've been broken. You can stop firing. Let's see who else is approaching our lines. There's a Pox Maggoth unit. Looks like all of the Pox Maggoths. There's 9 there, 9 there. Looks like it's 3 units. I think we're going to have to go on to fire at will. Do what we can. In the meantime, let's get our cavalry out there. You've used up all of your ammunition. There's an enemy general. Go ahead and give him a rear charge. Those marauders are broken. And it's not their general there. Right. Head on over there. Help out the Illyrian Reavers wherever you can. That's it. Hit their bodyguard unit. So who was it back there? Their 4th unit of Pox Maggoths. You've ran into somebody apparently. Marauders. Marauder Desolators. You've used all of your ammunition. Go in there and squash them. How are you doing? Yeah, the pox maggots. Tough to deal with if you don't have the right tools. Just got to make do. Yep, get away from there, General. So yeah, General took quite a beating just in that brief encounter with the Huskars. I think that was one of their generals. Right, now those Huskars have been broken, wiped out, killed off, put an end to. There's a pox maggot. Don't run into that, General. Who's up here? More orders. Right. Those pox maggots are trying to get in amongst us. And you need to get away from there, General. Right. All over cavalry. Go after that, General. As we kill Vangus. Sounds a bit Dutch. You've used all of your ammunition. We haven't killed any of those pox maggots. We're going to have to go in with the spears and do what we can, including with our Lothian Sea Guard. It's going to be some messy work for our spearmen. Right, 28%. We've killed 90. How are you doing over here? Who are you fighting? Pox maggots? Yeah. Get away from them. I guess you can go in for a rear charge against these pox maggots. I think we're starting to kill some of them off. Yeah. Not too many of them left. We've lost a lot of cavalry. That's a full unit there. And spearmen start marching up towards that unit of pox maggots. Let's pull back with our remaining cavalry. Go ahead and charge. I don't think you have a very good charge bonus. and continue. They didn't all just die, did they? No. There's 2 models left. See if you catch up and kill them off. And we'll speed it up. 94%. See, they are pretty quick. They're getting away from my cavalry. It's down to 1 model, right? Yep. So that's good. We should claim the settlement of Putrid Hill. We're going to sack that again. Right. That's the end for less than a third. About 1/4. And that looks like a high elf riding a dragon, I think. There's the high elf up there, I believe. Although I'm not quite sure what kind of dragon that is. Yes, we've got their settlement. Extra 5,000 in gold. And we will, of course, sack it. And there's our spy outside of Red Eye Mountain. I have no idea why it's called Red Eye Mountain. I'm sure there's a good story behind that. Perhaps it's held at one point by the Red Eye tribe. And there goes Erengrad. Now we can get a good amount of money from sacking it. But look, it's bringing in a lot of money by itself already. I don't think we want to kill all them off. What's the difference between sacking? About 4,500, isn't it? I'm just going to occupy it. That's a nice amount of money. There will be some buildings in there that we have to destroy. Any rebels popping up down in the former Lizardman territory? Don't see any. Actually, let's send you over here. You can go to the front lines. Alright, faction destroyed, Kislev. Nations worsened. Surprising. Right, let's get our dragons and those few units. Start heading for the front lines. We'll divert that ship back over here, I think. Make sure you're in the dock. Dragon Princes. Great Elven Princes. The heaviest cavalry Ulthuan can field. Right, no more rebels.
I wield the power of the White Tower.
Get in there.
Your orders, Commander. The citizens of Astruck. It has been 4,000 years since the likes of
You can come down here for some retraining.
The citizens of Ulf. The strength of Ulthuan is in us. Go swiftly and surely.
Look, there's some rebels. We auto resolve them down.
The people of Ulthuan
Yep.
stand. This is not the end. The foe are outclassed and broken.
No shadow will prevail while I still live. I am guided by an inner light.
So we've got 55,000 for Dinal. You can now get Dragon Princes as well. And considering it takes 14 turns plus the 3 to actually recruit them, I think we need to do that here. So anything else we need to build? Ah, you're getting a big discount, aren't you? 5,200. It's only corruption? 100 only. We can make some money from that and that. The Elven Smithy would benefit all of our units though. For Erase. Boost our economy. That's a very cheap upgrade.
No army of mine can lose. I shall strike without warning. I shall strike without warning.
Yeah, that road is definitely going to help out there. We need to do something about the religion as well. What to put in here? I think some economic buildings. $256. Let's put in a port there. And a road down here, I think.
Chaos will not defeat me. My winged steed will take me to where the battle is.
Now let's take a quick look at Erengrad before we end the turn. What's in here? We can make use of that. We need to destroy that. Merchant's Quarter, that's good. Tavern, Militia Barracks, Graveyard, can't use that. We're already Elves. Merchant Vaults. You'd think that that would give us some kind of money boost, but apparently not. Watermill, armor, practice range. You can go bye bye. Wow, you get a really big discount. Let's see if you actually get cheaper if we take the general out. That's our factioneer. 2375.
It has been 4,000 years since the likes of I
No.
have these lands.
Cheaper with him in there.
Is not here.
Okay. That's probably an armor upgrade. Public order is good. We've got an extra ship. And that's where we're going to end this episode. Thank you all for watching, and we'll see you next time. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and dislike. and delete your comments.